What's up, Kings? It's Keefe. We're here in my bathroom, and the reason being is because today's the day I'm going to shave my head.
So here's what my hair looks like right now. It was time to get it cut, honestly, anyways. As you can see, though, it definitely was getting pretty thin, right?
But anyways, it was time for it to go ahead and get cut, and I figured, I was planning to wait till the summer because I didn't know if like my head would be kind of white underneath and I could get the tan on it. But I kind of was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm actually kind of excited to do this. Simultaneously, I'm kind of nervous to do it as well. But I just was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do it right now. And if it's really that bad, I'll wear a hat because, hey, I've been wearing a hat forever. Anyway, so a little backstory on the situation. I started losing my hair when I was 16 years old. It really bothered me for a while, even though it really wasn't even noticeable. But it was like the kind of thing where I was insecure about it, so I would make a joke about it, try and get other people to laugh about it, right? It was this whole thing, right? It was just me being insecure. Around probably 21 years old or so, I started to come more to terms with it. And, I still didn't really like it, but I was like, hey, it is what it is. And for those of you who are wondering, why don't you take like, what is it, finasteride, I think it's called, or these drugs and medications that are supposed to help with hair loss? Well, main reason for that is just because I did my research on it. The main reason your hair falls out as a man has to do with something called DHT, which is associated with testosterone. So my assumption was that by taking finasteride and all these things, it could negatively impact my testosterone levels. During my research, I found out that was true. And so for that reason, I decided to kind of opt out of those things. I'd rather keep my testosterone high than keep my hair, to be honest. So, and also this is kind of a cool look, to be honest, but the main reason I wanted to make this video for you guys rather than just get it done is because a lot of you had mentioned, like, I actually am shaving my head because of a recommendation from a viewer on the channel. He said that the shorter you cut your hair, the better it'll look. So I was like, all right, screw it, I'll give it a shot. But I wanted to also talk to you guys about just as men dealing with our insecurities, owning them. I know a lot of guys out there are losing their hair at a fairly young age. Like I said, I started losing mine at 16. I'm 23 now. And it can be really difficult. Like I mentioned, I was pretty insecure about it. But one thing to keep in mind that I think is really important is, first of all, you can't control this kind of thing. And so it's best to embrace it and own it. But also along with that is, thank God that men are not beauty objects like women are, right? Like women, like if you see a beautiful woman, like she's beautiful, right? It's just a certified fact, right? Dudes, we're, kind of ugly, right? Like we're kind of nasty looking guys, right? Got hair everywhere. we talk crude, right? We smell funny, all this stuff. Like I see like men's like guys on like the internet talk about 10 skincare routines and all this shit. And like, I just can't be bothered by it. I don't care about skincare personally. Guys, we got to go fight and die in wars, make money and all this shit. But I'm just glad that I don't have to be beautiful. And just remember that you're not judged on your physical appearance the same way that women are judged. Obviously, you want to be in good shape, you want to look good, but it's more about looking more masculine if you want to be attractive rather than looking beautiful, because at the end of the day, we're really just not beautiful. So I wanted to throw that out to you guys. And so we're going to get into it right here in just a second. I want to show you what I'm using. So I actually don't have like hair clippers. I have a beard trimmer. So here's the beard trimmer. Obviously, that's the 0. That's no guard. I've got 7mm. This is in millimeters, by the way. It's a Braun shaver, so it's from Germany. So it's in millimeters. This is the 7mm. It's actually the longest I've got, and it's a little over 1/4 inch. So we're gonna be starting pretty short. Then I've got 5, 3, 2, and the 1. And then I've also got this thing right here. This, I guess, would be like the really taking it bald. I honestly don't think I'm gonna go all the way to the bald. My guess is I'm gonna end up at like probably a 2 on the top, maybe a 1 and a 0 on the sides. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'm gonna start with the 7 and work my way down though. So a few things I am a little concerned about though. Like I mentioned briefly, the head, I really don't know what this thing's gonna look like. I've had generally the same hairstyle for like 5 years at this point, maybe even longer than that. So I'm really not sure what the head's gonna look like. It might be white, which I am a little worried about, but I was wearing a hat all the time. And again, I wanna go back to this point of like, I was wearing the hat because I didn't like the way my hair looked. And that's just not a real like masculine way to deal with a situation. You gotta embrace your stuff. And I really was like, dude, I'm not the hat guy. Like I never wore a hat until my hair was falling out. Like hats are fine, but like I'm the guy who's gotta wear a hat to everything now. Fuck that. I'd rather just own it. You know what I'm saying? Just own your shit, right? Like I'm gonna put a picture up right now, Jason Statham. This dude is like 5'8", bald, got a bad chick, right? That's what I'm saying. Guys are not judged by the same things that women are judged on, okay? Just get that into your head if you're kind of insecure about this. And the more you own this, like own it as a look. Like I'm about to own this as a whole look. I'm gonna be the jacked guy with the like shaved head kind of attitude, really like repping my manhood kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to be like a douche about it, but you get the idea, right? This is a look for men, so you can own it and see it as an opportunity, and also pimp it to your game, right? Tell everybody, be like, yeah, I'm losing my hair because I've got high testosterone. One last thing I wanted to mention is this product called Go Fiber. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a before and after I can show you, but you can find them on the internet. This is hair fibers, and I wanted to show you this because if you're a guy who's maybe 20, you feel like, you know what, it's a little too early for me to be shaving it. I thought 23 was too early. That's why I didn't do it, but it just seemed like it was getting worse. And I was like, all right, own it, right? But if you're like 20, 18, something, and you're starting to be bothered by it, I would recommend this product to you. You drop it in your hair, and it's somehow, I have no idea how it does it, but it like fills your whole hairline out. Like I put it in my hair and I'd have a full hairline and the crown would be filled up. The reason I don't want to go with this is, again, I'm trying to own this. I'm just trying to own me as a whole, right? And I think that's dope. And I think people are attracted to people who own everything about themselves. Remember this quote: perfect is boring. I learned that. I think that's so true. So every time I start worrying about like, oh, what are people going to think of this? Or if I approach this girl and it doesn't work out, what about this? What about that? What if I don't have the perfect line to say? I just remember, perfect is boring. You're not supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to live your life. You're supposed to be a human. Okay, so own your shit. Now, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it right now. So like I also mentioned, guys, there were a few things I was a little worried about that might happen when I did this. And the two I forgot to mention were my hairline, which is, it's a pretty serious widow's peak that I've got going on. I actually had a buzz cut when I was like 12 years old, and this is what that looked like. And I had a widow's peak then, so I don't know. But like I said, this is going to be pretty short. I'm taking this. And the second thing was just like, what's my hair going to look like? What's my head going to look like? Because like I said, I haven't experienced this. I might have a bunch of lumps all in my cranium. Like, we don't know. But again, like I said, I wear a hat every freaking day anyway. So I'll just go back to that if it looks horrible. Now let's go ahead and get into it. That was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be, not going to lie. I've got the sides done so far. Mirror was not really helping me out. I had the handheld mirror back here. A little bit weird. I pretty much just had to feel it, but I'm feeling and I'm pretty sure I've got it all. Now I'm just going to do the top and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so not gonna lie, I high-key like this. Like, what do y'all think of it? You can leave me a comment, let me know. Hopefully I didn't miss a spot when I show you this too. But yeah, dude, I kind of like that. I can own this look. Holy shit, I really did not expect that. I'm not even sure I'm gonna go any lower, to be honest. I think I'm gonna go lower on the, I'm gonna get the like little patches in the bottom or whatever with the 0. And I think I'm gonna take the sides to like a 5 or a 3. Just see what that looks like. But I'm pretty pumped with this, to be honest. This is the new hairstyle for me for sure. Like I said, I'm gonna go for a 3 here on the sides. For those of you who don't know, the sides grow faster, so you want to cut them a little bit shorter. I'm gonna start with a 3. If I want to go even shorter, maybe I'll go to like a 1 to a 3 to a 7. I'll see. Really not sure. Like I said, this is the first haircut I've ever given myself, and then I'm gonna
deal with these little, like those little poofy things that grow off in the back. I don't know what those are called, the neck hairs or whatever, the back of the neck hairs. Also, I watched one video on how to do this, and what they were saying was you get it right here, like you take it right above your ear kind of area. That's where the first layer is, then the next one, then you're on the top with the length. Alright guys, so shaved head complete. I'm going to get the back pieces after I close out the video, and I might clean it up a little bit once I get a better look at it. But leave a comment, tell me what you think, because I really like this. I was not expecting this. I thought it was going to look like a naked mole rat or some shit, to be honest, but I really like this. I think this is probably going to be my new look, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Alright guys, so I just got out of the shower. I figured I'd give you all another look at it, to be honest. I'm laying here on my bed. I'm gonna give myself, like, an 8 out of 10 for a first haircut I've ever given myself. I think I could have done a couple things better, but yeah, I like the look. I think I might go lower next time, to be honest, but I was honestly so caught off guard by the 7. Like, I was just like, all right, let's stay at the 7, clean the sides up a little bit. I don't know how great I did at that. Also, the widow's peak didn't look that bad. This lighting doesn't do it that much justice, but it does not look nearly as bad as I expected. This is gonna be the new look for me for sure, and really, I'm one of these people, I like to do like big changes, right? Like I'm gonna like change who I am, and I'm in a place in my life right now where I'm trying to change my personality. Not trying, I am. It's not even a try. Like, I've made the choice for some different things I want to do with my life, different goals, different areas. I'm committed to it, like really just changing the results I'm getting in my life. And this just kind of feels like part of it, It's like an embracing, like I'm turning my back on an old chapter. So you might want to look at it that way if you're considering doing it. It's like, you know what? Maybe I was insecure about this and it held me back. I'm going to fully embrace it. New chapter, new goals, new direction. I'm a new guy. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow.